Hello, 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 and welcome back to Golden Gad's channel. That's me. I'm Golden Gad. If you haven't met me before, I do some esports content with League of Legends, as well as TCG content with One Piece and Pokemon card unboxing. So, in today's video, we're going to be going back to my roots, Crown Zenith. We're going to be opening up two more Sea and Sky boxes, as you can see behind me. I'm pretty excited to get into it. I haven't opened Pokemon in quite a bit because I'm kind of just weaning off of it. I think all the craziness with the market and stuff just kind of pushed me out of the space. So I think it's better if I, took my time and really spaced out my connection to Pokemon cards. Either way, we got some Sea and Sky to open. I'm pretty excited for that. And I just had some stuff to talk about as far as where I'm going forward. But, something I started doing with my One Piece videos is actually starting off with something that I wanted to showcase. And today I actually have something very special to showcase as one of my collection items. So let's just get right into it, and then we'll get straight into those Sea and Sky boxes right afterwards. So let's do it. Here we go. As you can see here, a slab. And if you know anything about me, I'm not much of a slab collector. I've got a couple slabs back there. I got the Lily from Ultra Prism, and then Marnie from the Japanese Marnie, more specifically, from Sword and Shield base. So, slabs are not exactly that something that I really sought after, but I saw a really good price for a card that I've been looking for, and then also it happened to be slabbed, so I just know it's legit. So I decided, hey, if I want to break the slab, I can break the slab whenever, but at least for now, I have the slab in my collection. So, what is this mystery card that I'm alluding to? And of course, it's going to be something calling back to one of my first videos when I first came back, Dreams Come True, the Chinese set. And if you remember correctly, I pulled Lily in that one, which was one of the three possible exclusive Chinese promo. Well, it was a Japanese exclusive promo that then became a Chinese inset. So this is the other pair that I was missing, because I already have the Guzma, and then you have the Lily back there, which you can go back and check that video out. I believe it's my first video for Dreams Come True. And then now we have the final of the three from that set. It's going to be the Acerola. So this is Acerola here. As you could see here, it is an exclusive art. You don't really see this art at all. The Japanese one is extremely expensive. So this is actually the only other printing that's within price range for most people collecting cards. So definitely an awesome card that people don't really know about that much. You really have to be part of that full art trainer kind of collection group to really know about these cards in the first place. So pretty awesome to see there. And yeah, just another piece of my full art trainer collection that I completed. Now, I also wanted to point out, recently I have also completed all full art trainers from X and Y era. Every single one I've gotten. I picked up Skyla at Collecticon, the one right here, or right there, and then also Sharon as well. That was the last one I needed from Frankensons over down here in SoCal. So I'm done with X and Y era, so it's on to Sun and Moon, which has a couple more that I need to pick up, but definitely making good progress. But let's just get into this, Crown Zenith. It's a set I love very, very much so. And I got two Sea and Sky boxes, as you can see, fully sealed. Bought these back when they were still on Sam's Club, so it's going to be sad to see me part with them. But honestly, I'm pretty excited to get into Pokemon just because haven't really had product to open up, so I'm just gonna go ahead and crack open these. They're so large I can't really open it up on camera. You can kind of see me ripping it here. I know people like actually seeing the ripping, but you'll have to do it from a weird perspective because I just don't have the space. This box is huge and is annoying as far as storage constraints. But here we go. We got the entirety of the show floor here. It's a bit dusty because it's been in my room. Let me just take out these promos, which they actually do store pretty well. So if you have an interest in Kyogre or Rayquaza, it's actually stored pretty well, so you don't have to expect them to be damaged at all, unless it's just a printer error, which does happen, especially with these more common promos. I'm not going to go ahead and show these promos just because I've already done these boxes a bunch of times, and if you want to go see them, I show them off in the first video for Crown Zenith, since this is my third Sea and Sky opening. Well, not Sea and Sky. This is my second Sea and Sky opening, third box. But I've opened Crown Zenith a bunch of times on this channel for sure. Definitely my favorite set of all of Scarlet and Violet plus Sword and Shield era, so it's got some great merit behind it, and yeah, I just love it. So let's get these packs going, and then we got the second set of packs, which I'll just crack open now, just so we can get it over with, and I'll be right back. Alright, and we're back. We now have all 26 packs to open up here, as let's just get into it. So, obviously the cards that I'm looking for the most are going to be the rest of the gold cards in the set, so that's Palkia, Arceus, and Giratina, since I pulled the Dialga actually in the last video. So, we'll have to see if I end up actually doing that here. I'd say I have a decent chance, to be honest. I don't remember exactly what the pack trick was for this set. I think it was 4 to the front. I don't know. We'll play around with it, but that's at least what we start with. The best thing about this set is definitely how many hits there are. You really can't go too wrong here, so Graveler, Pokemon Catcher. So one thing I have been doing is playing One Piece, and One Piece actually has kind of thicker cards, so it's kind of interesting to feel how much thinner the cards are for Pokemon right now. Definitely interesting. I just haven't opened as much. And we're going to start off with a hit here for the Poochyena, which I believe I actually already have. This is one of that 9-card spread that makes a bigger artwork, so still pretty cool to pull it first off. And then, yeah, just going to end it with a normal rare there. Next pack. You know, we got 26 packs, and I'm known to be quite slow. We're already 7 minutes in-ish. So I'm going to try and speed through some of these packs that don't have anything promising. Pack trick here, 4 to the front. And then Psychic Krokorok. Luxio. We've seen all these arts before, but I like the Luxio. The Friends in Hisui I always love. All the Friends cards, you know, as a full art trainer guy, that's always the most fun. The more trainers, the better. You know, that is how that goes. So, yeah. Larvesta. Got Leaf Boomerang. Regular Tangela Reverse, and then a rare Enamorous. Next pack. Hope everyone's been doing well, you know. Been a bit busy, but I know right now it's, people have, like, spring break and stuff like that if you are in school. So enjoy it while it lasts, you know. Work, when you become working, there's no such thing as spring break anymore. So enjoy it while you can. Definitely, you know, miss being in school for those kinds of things, for sure. Switch. We got Execute. Love Disc. Emolga. Yanma. Okay, we got a reverse Layeron here. And then finally a Dragalga. Just a normal non-holo rare. So, nothing too crazy so far. This is obviously all from one box. One box here. Oh, my camera is lagging like crazy. Let me see if I can fix that. Hello? Okay, there we go. Obviously, we got one box here, and then one box over here. So we actually got some decent leeway to go through here. Another thing I want to talk about is obviously Journey Together recently released set. As the full art trainer guy, you'd expect me to go for Journey Together and get a booster box for 200 something bucks, but yeah, I'm just not. I just decided it's not that worth it. So, yeah, I just haven't done it. Okay, and we're back. Sorry, just a little bit of technical difficulties there as we just continue on here. Pokemon Catcher, Love Disc, Chatot, Yanma, Pawniard, Kricketot. Okay, regular reverse holo Mr. Mime, and Dragalga. So let me get back to where I was saying. For the Journey Together set, it is an amazing set. I actually really do love it. I think it is overvalued. And I know, I've been hearing the whisperings in the Pokemon scene, at least from the side of sellers, and there's a lot of people saying if you got a collection, it's time to get out, You gotta beat the curve. So I'm hearing people like Frankincense, for instance, say, hey, you should probably try and get out of the space while you can. Which is not exactly a good sign. It's going to be a lot of random cuts, but I'm trying to make it through this. We got Shinx, Corphish. Not sure if I see something shiny back there. We got Seal. But yeah, Journey Together, I'm just going to wait. It's a set I really like, and if I like stuff, I'll just buy the singles when they come down. I mean, they definitely already have sunk down a lot in price, which is a good thing for me. Okay, we're going to get a Rotom V. Nothing too crazy there. Which I know there is also set rotation coming up, or has it already passed? Either way, I know some of these Sword and Shield mechanics especially have been kind of curtailed out. So a lot of those cards that were worth a lot are now kind of falling off. Like this Rotom, for instance, is actually worth something. It's like $1 or something, but you know that doesn't matter too much anymore since it's a set that's it's a thing that's no longer active in the game. So it just has less value as a playable card. We got Galarian Meowth, Whalmer. Okay, we got a lot of shine here. It's a V-Star card. V-Star Darkrai. Actually, I already got this one. Oh my god, my camera is lagging like crazy. Okay, there it is. You got a bit of the shine there. And yeah, looking good. Not gonna lie. And that's a good hit right there. And then finally, we're gonna get a VMAX card as well with the Rayquaza, just to finish it off there. So looking awesome there. So pretty good. Getting a Darkrai is definitely solid. It's a little unfortunate I already have it. So yeah, that's just unlucky to be honest. But I'm curious what the actual lag is from. I mean, it's definitely lagging for sure. But I'll persevere for at least one more pack. If it's still bad, I'm gonna try and restart everything, see how it goes from there. Yeah, let's continue. Darkrai V-Star, huh? I had a feeling it was, but I didn't want to call it out because I was like, I hope it isn't. I hope it isn't. You know, just a little bit of cope at the end. But yeah, let's get into it. Try and make sure I watch out here. Giraffe Rig, Pincurchin, got Rescue Carrier, Dungoose, got Cherubi, got Execute, kind of spoiling, Energy Retrieval, Emolga, nothing too crazy. Okay, Bibarel, this is a new card I actually don't have, which is awesome. One of those, they're not illustration rares in this set, more just full art cards. And then yeah, we got the Hop to end it off with the signature for the holo, so pretty cool. I am planning on making a binder of every single holo / reverse holo trainer card. That's a process, but luckily a couple years ago I went ahead and like picked up like a ton of them and then forgot I did that, which was like a happy surprise when I actually went and did that. Kind of funny. Let's see, 4 to the front. And yeah, here we go. Leaf Energy, Friends and Sinnoh, Gloom. Try and move slower, just in case it's just a visual thing with the lag. Starly, Scyther, Mock Cut, Emolga, Young Goose. Okay, we got Salazzle Reverse, and then a normal Trigalga. You know, not the craziest box, but you know, if we can get a second kind of bigger hit from the Galarian Gallery, honestly, this is a very successful box. That's generally what I'm looking for, is about 2 per box. You know, pull rate is high in this set, but you're not guaranteed anything, so you could actually just get completely screwed over. Generally, I've seen about 3 of those normal Galarian Gallery cards, the full arts, non-textured, for the most part, but, you know, never really know here. As still getting some lag, not exactly my favorite, but you know, we'll try and persevere here. Rescue Carrier, Bisharp, we got Graveler. Just don't want to spoil the surprise in case there's lag. Cherubi, okay, it's clearing up a bit. Execute, we got Energy Retrieval, Emolga, Love Disc, got Yanma Reverse, and then finally ending it with just a regular Wailord here. So yeah, pretty solid stuff. But yeah, Pokemon is interesting. I mean, I should be buying singles still just to be able to complete the collection, but like Prismatic just feels like a freaking dead time in reality. Like, I don't know why it's so rough. Like, I want to be pulling cards. I mean, if you watch my last Pokemon video, you'll know I finally got to open up Prismatic. I got some good hits for sure, especially considering it's Prismatic. But it's still like, damn, bro, it is so hard to get those cards, and like everything's a little bit more expensive than it probably should, but that's just demand, you know? Demand and a little manipulation, but demand mostly. So we get Pancham. Okay, we got Radiant Charizard here. That's a very nice card. I always like the Radiants. I'm actually planning on picking up all 16 of them. So, pretty nice, but I do already have that. You know, that's what happens when you open up the same set a couple times. You will end up with some repeats. So, Radiant Charizard will be added to that list, but so far we got 1 unique card of the Bibarel, so pretty excited about that one. These cards all go to my collection. There's no selling unless it's a duplicate. So like Darkrai I might end up selling for some other card that I want, maybe a full art trainer, because I think it goes for a decent amount. Should be able to get a prismatic SIR trainer for that, but I'm not 100% sure. I'd have to look at the prices, but yeah, definitely something I'm more interested in here. As we got Great Ball, Sunkern, Coughing, Bidoof, Salandit, Purloin. Oh, we got something here. Okay, we got another one of these just regular Galarian Gallery here with the Dancy, and then finally Dragalga. So another one. That's another one I don't have, I think, unless I bought it at some point, because it is a beautiful card, and I wouldn't be surprised if I actually just picked it up randomly, but I think that's the first time I've seen it, at least in my own collection. But yeah, still really nice, just regular foil there. I like the way it bounces off the background. I think it does a great job utilizing the kind of solid hollow foil pattern that some cards just kind of don't make good use of. So we got Great Ball here, Bisharp, Graveler, Baltoy, Galarian Meowth, Wailmer, my goat. Just kidding, he's just a big boy. Having a good time. Larvesta. Okay, we got a reverse hollow Lost Vacuum, and then a Tauros, ending it off. So we got 3 packs left in the first box. I'm saying just because of all the technical difficulties, it's been a little slower than I would have liked, but honestly, this box has been so far very solid. I've definitely gotten it at the very least the hit rate that you can expect. So let's see if we could get past that in these last 3 packs here. Bisharp, Graveler, Pawniard, Kricketot. Man, this set is so fun. I love Crown Zenith. What a good freaking set. Seed Bomb. Okay, the other Radiant card. Wow, just back to back like that in one box. That is pretty interesting there. I think I already have that one as well, just because I ended up picking them up by pulling them. But still, you know, another card to add potentially for trades and stuff. So, pretty cool stuff there. And like, I go to One Piece locals pretty much once a week, maybe twice a week. So I have a lot of opportunities to trade this kind of stuff. When I go and walk over to the Pokemon players and say, hey, look at this stuff. You want it? Or you want to trade me something for it? And then sometimes they've actually been very nice to me and actually did show something. Okay, we got it. We got some real big shine here on the bottom. So I'm pretty curious to see what it'll be. Okay, it's going to be in our final slot here. So I'm thinking it's a VMAX card, just regular. Or maybe the Pikachu. And we got Nessa here for the signature, reverse hollow. Let me wait for the frames to catch up. Okay, looks pretty good here. And then finally, to end off this, oh my god, it's sticky. Okay, just a regular V-Star here of the Zamazenta. I know that is textured, so it makes sense. As we get into the next one. The final pack of box 1 of today. Let's just get rolling. Rolling. Ooh, I think I just spoiled myself. There might be some shine. I'm not sure, but we'll have to see. Graveler. I'll just go quick. You got Luxio, Rare Candy, Grubbin. We got Skrelp. Got Helioptile. Oh my god, it is a lot of shine. I could see that being a V-Star card, I think. I'd have to think it's a V-Star card. Can't be a Darkrai again. I think it's Zoroark. Okay, another card I already have, but this is one of the chase cards I initially set out for when I first decided to go for this set. I picked it up on my first box, and here it is again, rearing its head again. So really solid box here, and then finally ending it with a Hatterene V, which has a very unique art for V cards, because usually they're like the 3D renders. But in this case, it actually is drawn out, so that's pretty cool. Finally, let's move on to the second box. Here we go. Let's just get right through this. You know, don't got all night, to be honest. This is recorded at night in case this comes out at 9 a.m. for some reason. But yeah. Let's see. Now it's a fresh box. Technically still a fresh pull rate. No matter which box I was in, but you know, we're just gonna continue here. Luxio, Trekking Shoes, Shaman, got Riolu and Aeron, Starly, Mock Cut. Oh, I just read the. I do that sometimes where I just read the name of the Pokemon rather than the actual card here. We got Sunkern for the reverse, and then we got Executor. What that foot do? Kicking upwards. Or maybe just walking, you know, maybe he just got a really wide step, you know, and he just has to kick out his feet like that just to make up some sort of big step as we get into this next pack. We got 13 more to go, or 12 more now. As we get these 4 forward. Ultra Ball, very unique art there. We got Friends in Hisui, Lost Vacuum, Coughing, Bidoof, Salandit, Purloin, Grubbin. Okay, I think we see Shine. No, Young Goose. Yeah, there is Shine for sure back there, and that's gonna be a normal V-Star Leafeon. Not bad at all, and with the current topicalness of evolutions. Is that card worth $1,000? It's got a Leafeon on it. Just kidding, it's not Umbreon, so it cannot be $1,000. But, you know, I just think it's so absurd. It's so absurd. You know, Pokemon can be popular, but Umbreon was never popular before all this stuff. Well, not to say never, because it was the main character of Pokemon Coliseum. You know, you bring an Umbreon and an Espeon with you, and that was kind of one of the draws. It's super cool. Oh, we got a lot of shine back there. I'm thinking another V-Star card here. I'm hoping for no repeats again, but we'll have to see. We got Pawniard, Wailmer, Pokeball, Corphish, Oddish. Okay, here we go. Big shine there on the bottom. Big shine on the left. I'm thinking V-Star card again, but it's going to be different. It's going to be the Zeraora, which I can't remember if that was the card I actually pulled already or not. But I love this card. I think it's super cool. I think this is my first time getting it. So that's actually a big pull for me. You know, just as a collector here. So I'm super excited. I mean, it's just a very cool card. It goes very well with the Zeraora VMAX. I believe from the same box. Maybe, honestly, a little bit earlier, like Silver Tempest or something, with the Pachirisu in his hair. But yeah, super cool to get there. And then we just got a normal Duraludon VMAX to end it off. We got a bit of lag, just bear with me. Bear with me. I don't know what's going on. I mean, I use a Wi-Fi connection, so maybe that's going on. So a little bit unfortunate. This has never happened before, but yeah, we could just keep going. Because it's not so bad. I just have to make sure I kind of play around it, you know? We got win conditions in this bit. No, sorry. Lairon. We got Friends in Sinnoh, Gloom, Starly, Switch, Execute, Love Disc, Emolga, Absol. Wow, I've never seen this reverse hollow Absol. This is actually pretty cool. It's a rare Absol, but it's reverse hollow. Pretty awesome stuff. And then we got Sky Seal Stone. Just to round it out. As we get into our next pack, we haven't gotten a single normal, you know, full art. What are they called? Not illustration rares. They're called something. Just Galarian Gallery, I guess. You know, no texture Galarian Gallery. I guess you could call them IRs just for current era, but they aren't IRs. I can't remember their actual name right now. This is very weird. Riolu. This is what happens when I'm not in Pokemon for a bit. I just lose the knowledge pretty quickly. Okay, we got Electric on the reverse hollow slot, and then a Berserker. So far, none of those smaller hits, but still getting to Zeraora, super solid. And let's keep going. Still looking for gold, you know? That's always what I'm looking for. Especially in this set, because those cards are crazy nice when you get the full 4. Sitting at only 1 right now, I've got quite a bit of leg room to get back into, and I don't have that much Crown Zenith sealed product left in my collection. Okay, we've got a reverse hollow here on the Fire Energy, which is actually a good hit. I will put that to hit pile because, you know, energies are something that, especially for reverses, if you like the design of the energy, you could play them 5, 10, 20 years in the future, if you really want, and there really is no like fall off there where they get slowly rotated out or banned out because, you know, it's just an energy card. Unless they somehow just get rid of the energy system in Pokemon cards, but I'd be very surprised at that. Got Trekking Shoes, Starly, Switch, Execute. Oh, also in other news, tomorrow, so I'm recording this April 1st, April Fool's Day, and tomorrow is the Switch 2 reveal. And it's 60 minutes and has probably a ton of game announcements, so maybe I should focus on doing a video for that, but honestly, it's too late. I might just post on Twitter my predictions and call it a day. We got Starly and Tauros. Maybe I'll do a bingo card right after this video is done, just to get that up, because it is at 6 a.m. Pacific time. Absolutely absurd, but you know, if I'm editing this video after the Switch, I'll do a quick cut in and talk about my thoughts about Switch 2, which probably will happen right about now. And then, you know, welcome back. I'm glad you got to listen to my thoughts about Switch 2. I'm sure I'm hyped as hell. Um, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe I should do a reaction, but I'm gonna probably watch it at work. I'm not gonna lie. I'm too excited not to. So yeah, here we go. Ultra Ball, Crushing Hammer. We still got packs to open, so there's still game in this box. We got Pokeball, Corphish, Oddish. Okay, no shiny. We just got Friends and Sale, Reverse Hollow, and Tangro. So I think we're currently under current estimations on pull rates. But still, the first box was crazy, and then this box started off pretty hot. So still got some room to play with 5 packs left. 4 to the front. Oh, we got Hella Shine. Hella Shine in the back. Looks like a V-Star card, if I had to guess, but could be a normal, just illustration rare, or whatever you'd call it. It is hella shiny. Okay. Okay, it's a full art trainer? Okay, it's the Irida from Galarian Gallery. So, pretty solid there. I do have this card, but it is really nice. If you haven't seen it with its pairing... Dude, why is it lag whenever I get a shiny card? It just goes crazy. But yeah, right here. Got Irida. If you haven't seen it with its pairing with Adaman, or Adamon, whatever you want to call him, and they're like facing each other with their 2 like squads or cohorts, it is such a nice set of cards there. This Irida definitely looks great. And then we got Hatterene VMAX. So getting a trainer, fitting for me. But, you know, a lot of the Sword and Shield and Sun and Moon era, I've gotten a lot of those trainers already. Like, I'm pretty caught up. It's just Scarlet and Violet that I'm really behind in, where I have a lot of leg room to kind of make up. So, yeah. But still, good to pull nonetheless. As we get into this, we got Psychic Energy, Lost Vacuum. We got a Lairon and a Friends and Sinnoh. I'll go through this pack pretty quickly. Meowth. Energy Retrieval. Shinx. Larvesta. Okay, regular Reverse Hollow Executor. And then, oh wow, look at that. Now you can see the difference between a Reverse Hollow in Crown Zenith and a actual Hollow. You can see there, you could see the fire and Pokeballs in the background. Pretty cool. And these actually do go for even more than the reverses. So they definitely have value, 100%. All right, next pack here we go. Got 4 to the front again. Let's just go right into it. This pile is getting dangerously high for the bulk. I can't wait to drop it, which has happened before. Coughing, Salandit, Purloin. Okay, we got a regular illustration rare, it looks like. And then we got the Deoxys, actually. One of my favorites. It's got all 3. Fusion Strike, Single Strike, and Rapid Strike all in one. So pretty cool there. And then lastly, we got a reverse, or a normal hollow pattern. Mewtwo. So we're actually catching up to the hit rate that you'd expect very quickly. Since the reverse... I believe the reverse hollow energy is more rare. So that one actually does count as a hit, and then also the hollow energy, obviously. One of the few hits in the final slot of the pack, besides the Pikachu. I don't think I've pulled the Eevee yet, to be honest, which is a little surprising, but yeah. Wooloo, Shinx, Panchan. We got a regular Zarude, and then finally a Glaceon. Oh my god! I pulled a Glaceon! No way! It's probably worth a bajillion dollars. Sorry. That's a loaded comment there. But yeah. Last pack magic. You know how it goes. Oh my god, we're about to pull gold. I feel it right now in my bones. Every time I say bones now, I just think of that Imagine Dragons song. And it just like completely throws me for a loop, I'm not gonna lie. Ooh, we had something shiny there, I swear. Maybe I'm just hallucinating though. Lost Vacuum, Oddish, Seal, Potion. Come on, hit it. End us with something good. Okay, there definitely is some shine there. I hope it's not a V-Star card on the back. Okay. Okay, V-Star on the reverse hollow slot. That means this is something spicy. Here we go. Oh my god, a repeat again on the Hisuian Zoroark. No way, dude. I said I like this card, but for 2 in a row? Dang. And then Pikachu, imagine? No, just a regular Tapu Lele there to round it out. But that is the 2 boxes here. Let me go ahead and recap everything that we did end up pulling after I move this giant stack of bulk. And we'll do it the chill way of sleeving while talking about these cards. So we got two big daddies there of the Hisuian Zoroark V-Star. So let me just get these into sleeves. Always sleeve your cards. Never let them just raw dog life like this. Also, don't even leave them in the pile like this. I'm just lazy today. Usually I do actually sleeve anything that's a hit. But today I was feeling extra spicy. Highly recommend sleeving. Do not just leave it out. You don't know how many times like I've dropped a card and thank God it was sleeved, because then the sleeve takes all the damage. Here we go, Deoxys. This is one of our hits here. You know, not exactly the rarest card, but freaking cool. Especially because the holo goes across the little streaks that Deoxys is making. And we got the 2 Fire Bros. Yeah, I'll just call it that. The Fire Bros over here. We got reverse holo fire energy, and then the actual holo foil. That's it. Holo foil reverse energy. Not reverse, just regular. Sorry. Man, my mind is going crazy. I think it's just too late at night, you know? Next, we got Irida. Super awesome card. Unfortunately, I bought it a long time ago. So, you know, if you ever have... If you know I have a duplicate of this card, you know, shoot me a message to actually go ahead and buy it. I'd be more than willing to sell it over for a slightly reduced rate. Just because you're a fan, you know? Here we go. We Zero Aura. Maybe the only unique, very rare card I got today. So, pretty cool stuff there. You know, the thing about this set is it's not actually hard to get hits. It's hard to get exactly what you want out of your hits because there are so many. Like Radiant Eternatus or Radiant Charizard. Just going to sleeve this bad boy up. There we go. Radiant Charizard. Got Diancie. So this is a beautiful card. Having a mint copy is definitely good, because I think even if I do have the Diancie, I think the one I bought, I remember I got it in Texas, and I think it might not be mint. So yeah, definitely getting a mint copy is awesome. Got B-Barrel, my goat. I freaking love this card. He's just so cute. Look at him on that log. Carved out a little home there. Oh no, that's actually is his like log structure. It's just doing this as like a visual cut in, so you can actually look into it. And then we got Poochyena and Darkrai. So Darkrai, obviously I've pulled it before. Super cool card. It kind of sucks I got so many duplicates considering how many good hits there are, but you know, still very solid of a hit and a beautiful card. Just the way the background is textured is super nice. And then finally, Poochyena was our first hit of the day, and I think that might be my last sleeve in this pack of sleeves. So there you go. Gonna round it out for us here. And sleeved. There we go. You know what that means. It's the end of the video. So shout out to everyone who did stick around till this late. If you did enjoy this video, of course, drop a like and subscribe. Obviously, Pokemon, I'm not doing as much as before. But I still appreciate everyone coming out and supporting every single time. And I always try and answer comments and kind of talk about them. But really, One Piece is my focus. So, you know, you can make your own decisions for that kind of stuff right now. But, anyways, I don't have too much else to say. I hope everyone takes care of themselves. Spend responsibly. Keep yourself safe, stuff like that. I don't have anything else, so I'm just going to leave you here. Golden Gad, out.